do, fellas? Nige back here again with another inbox review, and today we're going to be looking at Eduard's new Tempest Mark V Series 1, okay, in 148 flavour. Alright, so let's get straight into it and have a look. As you can see on the box art, there's a nice aircraft on there with invasion stripes, okay, shooting down a V1. Alright, as you again on the side of the box, I can't get it much higher, so we'll have a look at in better detail when we come to actually look at the kit. But you've got 6 options all on there. Alright, so let's get straight into it. First off, we'll start with the instruction manual. Okay, so normal Eduard fare, thick glossy paper, nice colour rendering, with a big long intro on the aircraft itself. Moving on to next, we have a sprue tree with all the parts that's needed and not needed, so all the rockets and what have you, and different props. And then we've got all the colour call-outs at the bottom in Aquarius, Mr. Colour, and that's a new one for me, Mission Model paint. So that might be one to look out for. So then we get on to the actual building of it, starting off with the cockpit, obviously with the seat, doing the photo etch and add it to the actual cockpit itself. The instrument panel, either in plastic or with plastic plus photo etch. The tubing, the metal tubing inside the actual aircraft's cockpit. Again, moving on to the different parts, putting all these different parts together for the cockpit to make a really comprehensive, detailed cockpit. We'll then move on to the big chin radiator, which sets this and the Typhoon apart. Again, plastic, and it doesn't look like there's any photo etch for that part. And again, on the inside of the cockpit, and then sandwiching them both together. Onto the wings, some nice detail, some ribbing on the for the wheels, for the undercarriage bays. Going on again, putting some nice detail in there that could be wired up really nicely if you so wished. So both wings have a similar layout, and then the 2 wings sandwiched together onto the lower part. We then move on to adding the fuselage itself to the wings, the rudders, and the horizontal stabilizers, onto the runner for the cockpit glass, the tail wheel, onto the actual undercarriage, the main undercarriage, and putting it into the aircraft. And again, some more parts of the undercarriage getting added, some pitot tubes and all that sort of malarkey being added, and then onto the clear parts and that big prop on the front end. With this kit you get a mask set, so there you are, telling you which parts to mask, to making things a little bit easier. I actually got the walkway mask, which is good. Okay, so you can paint that black and then just put that on there, and then you've automatically got your walkway on your wings. So then we move on to the different schemes we've got. Scheme A is a Royal New Zealand Air Force aircraft from April 1944, and the next one is Wing Commander Ronald P. Beaumont from 150 Wing in Bradwell Bay, April 1944. Those two both got the thinner underwing invasion stripes. We then move on to the Call Out C, which is number 3 Squadron, New Church, May 1944. No invasion stripes on this one. Okay. We move on to D. This one is Wing Colonel Ronald P. Beaumont again, from the same 150 wing New Church, but this one's June 1944, so this one would have been ready for the for D-Day. And then another Royal New Zealand Air Force from New Church, June 1944, again with the invasion stripes, but slightly different, as you can see on the invasion stripes on this one. All right, they're not perfect, they're not level, they're just slapped on there. Okay, as in most cases they would be on the real aircraft. So you could, in theory, do that by all means. I don't know how it would look on the aircraft, but yeah, it's nice that Eduard have included that. And then the final call out is from number 3 Squadron, New Church, June 1944. And then on the very back, we've got our stencil data. So that's a lovely call out. We'll move on to the main plastic parts. And as with all Eduard, the nice sticky bag so you can redo it. Okay. We'll start off with the wing sections. You've got your lower and your upper wings, and if I can get this right in the light, you can see all that beautiful rivet detail. This for me is what set Eduard's apart from some of the other companies. Okay, just look at that detail on the wing. Okay, so that once painted will pick up a wash beautifully. And again, the detail on the wing wheelbase. Okay. Onto the fuselage. Again, lovely, beautiful detail. Okay, all over. Beautiful detail. Some raised. The rivets are on there, they're raised. Wow. Okay, which will be on the real aircraft. That is absolutely fantastically done. So you've got all your in between the panels are all recessed, and then you've got the ones that are on the main panel lines all the way down there. They're all raised. Now, the only problem with that is these ones on the underside, once you come to join the two fuselage halves together, how are you going to retake those to get rid of the seam line? But that is absolutely amazing. That is really nice. So then on to some parts of the chin radiator, the undercarriage, okay, the exhaust stacks. I think this is the major disappointment with this kit. Okay, so you can see the exhaust stacks there. Now, a lot of other kits I've built from Eduard, especially their Spitfire and the ME 109s, they have got hollow exhaust stops. Now, for me, I'd probably either try and drill them out, even though they're very fine, or I'd go aftermarket for those, because they're quite distinctive, so people will look at those quite a lot. So we've got some cockpit detail on here. So the actual plastic cockpit itself is quite nicely rendered. Okay, and there we've got the two parts again, one for the photo etch, one for not. And then we've got some more of the cockpit interior, which I've just noticed that bit's broke there, so that'll need some fixing. Same as that one there. Is it meant to be like that? That needs looking at, I think. So you can see there and there, they're both broken, so I think I might have to get in touch with Eduard about that. Then you've got your wheels, and if I can get this in the right look, got the raised Dunlop on both sets of wheels. No weight, no weight on wheels, but that's a nice touch, having that Dunlop on there. Okay, got your rockets, because not only was this aircraft a good interceptor and what have you, it was very, very good for low level attacks, like its big brother, the Typhoon. And then we move on to, again, the undercarriage wheels. Look at the detail there. The rear stabilizers and the wing flaps. Again, some lovely detail on all these parts. Okay, some smashing detail. Again, raised where it's meant to be raised. And oh, so fine. Don't know if you can see, so fine detail. This is truly, truly beautiful kit. And the two propellers with the big nose cones. Alright. Then we've got the other parts. So we've got the clear parts. Which unfortunately some pieces are broken off. So that will need a polish out. But it's really, really clear. Really, really nice moulded with the detail on there. I'm not going to get the front windscreen out. Away gently. Come on. Sort that out in a minute. Just have to be careful. Then we've got the photo etch for the cockpit with the straps and other bits and pieces. Okay, normal Eduard fare. We've got the die cut or laser cut mass for all said parts. The windscreen and the, I mean, you just get it, and the walkway. And then we've got the decals. Normally, I have never had a problem with. Normally beautiful decals that sink down into all the recessed parts. Okay. And it's not so surprised because they're printed by Cartograph. But again, some lovely beautiful detail there. Alright. So fellas, that's the Eduard Tempest Mark V Series 1. And first impressions, it looks an absolute beautiful kit. There will be more of these available, later schemes. So keep a look out for it. It's, for me, it's a must buy. Okay, there's not many Tempests out there in 48 scale. Okay, I think, to be quite honest, I could be wrong, Eduard are the only ones that do it. The older kit was more of a mixed media kit, had a red and cockpit and all that sort of stuff. But to be able to fit the cockpit in the aircraft, you had to cut away at the cockpit. I know that because I've built it. It's a limited run kit, so there's no parts that pins to help join or anything like that. But it's a good challenging kit, and I have built that one quite a while ago. I've been wanting one of these, a decent Tempest, for a long, long time. So, Eduard, thank you. A brilliant kit by the looks of it. Hopefully I'll be building this later on in the year. So, bye for now, fellas.